Oh, there's so much dust in here.
And cobwebs.
Oh my god.
Wow. Look at that, Isaiah. A perfectly set up recording studio and a small girl.
Can you move those skeletons over? Thanks. Alright. Welcome back. Episode 2. It finally comes. Wow.
Speak, small girl.
Heck.
Okay, we have our first guest, and guess what? It's a female. We will actually be having no male guests on the podcast.
Women!
Yeah, this is Sarah.
Hello.
Name drop. And she is Spencer's boyfriend.
Yep.
For sure. That's me.
Who wants a regular Sprite that's been in here forever, since 5 months ago?
Don't do it.
We have a Sprite from the first podcast.
Wow. When does it expire?
We are recording this
Oh, it expires in like 20 days. 30 days. March 30th. Which is 30
I think it's really gross now.
We're recording this on February 29th, which is 5 months? I think it's more than 5 months.
It said 5 months on YouTube. We have ads on that video.
They're probably not our ads. They probably stole it. Because when I edited it, I made... Or the countdown timer that not the countdown, but like the timer that I used was like from a different YouTube video. So they probably copyrighted us for that. That may or may not have been my fault. If it is, screw you.
Well, we would have gotten a notification saying it was copyright claimed.
I thought it like doesn't even notify you. But I don't know why it would give ads. It's not paying us, that's for sure.
No, but you can't get monetized on a video unless you have 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 views.
I think so.
And like at least a video.
Yeah, it seems like everything that we had...
Why did you look at me?
I don't know.
Everything that we had in our brains just fell out the moment we clicked R, which is the button for record.
Yes. Wow.
Okay, well, I was gonna talk about this only on the podcast and have your guys' reactions, but your parents made me talk about it. Didn't make me. But it was about my job, which was we spent a lot of time talking about last podcast.
Yes, 5 months ago.
Yeah, 5 months ago. So update on that situation. So if you don't remember, I work at Togo's, technically still work, but back then it was pretty consistent because I'm pretty sure we recorded it like a week until summer ended, and so I was doing it during weekdays. But then when school started, I only did it on weekends. And then
Go on.
He has Bernie Sanders. He has
Why?
Okay. Oh yeah, and then the school play started, which I auditioned for and I got cast in. And so by the end of the play, for like the last 2 weeks, I was like, hey, can I have some time off on weekends so I can focus on the play and finish this up? After the play ended, I was like, hey, you can put me back on now. The play has ended, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll put you on in the coming weeks, which they didn't put me on.
You're really loud, by the way.
That's fine. So how it works is they send us the schedule just over text, like a PDF, or not a PDF, but like a spreadsheet of names and times that you're on for your shift. And they kept sending me it. My name was not on it for like a couple weeks. Even after I asked them to put me back on, and then I was like, hey, are you guys going to put me back on? They were like, oh yeah, sorry, we'll put you on after New Year's. And then New Year's came around, and guess what? It's the last day of February, and I have still not been put on.
Since October.
Since October. That is when I first took my break, and they've not put me back on. And the thing was that they were sending me the schedule pretty much every week for who's on, who's not on. And now, in these past, like, 3, I think, weeks, I haven't even gotten the schedule. So they have completely ceased contact with me, which, personally, I don't mind. My mom doesn't like it, because I hated working there. But, yeah, that's my situation. How's your job going, Spencer? Because I know you actually like it, and you actually get hours.
I hate working in the morning.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
I worked at 7:30. I'm pretty sure I said this in the last podcast. I'm going to say it again. I worked at 7:30 in the fucking morning today, which isn't bad to wake up at.
But you have to wake up before that.
But I also closed last night, which means I got home at, like, what, 10:15? Is that when you took me home?
Well, you did like a 12-hour workday?
No, last night. Last night I got off.
Oh.
I started at 6, I got off at 10, which it's not bad. The hours aren't bad, it's just in the morning there's always so many fucking people, and there's so many people that are mean, an asshole, and you can be like Sarah's mom and say, like, there's always assholes. There's always going to be assholes.
It's not even just my mom, it's everyone. It's literally every person. That's always me. It's like, get a job!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hate people. And like this one lady was like, where the fuck are my egg bites at? And I'm like, we're out of egg bites. And we switched the fucking cashier register person like twice. And so I was on warming, the food cooking thing, and I had to tell them that we're out of the bacon egg bites. And I told them, and they fucking had like already ordered, given out 3, because there's so many fucking people, there's like, they take like an order every like 15 seconds. They already got like 2 orders of bacon egg bites, and I had to fucking wait till I had to finish the food I was already making, get to that food, and they've probably been waiting for at least 5 minutes by the time I got to their food, because I can't just be like, okay, food, because I have to put it in the oven, and they have to take time to cook in the oven, and it's really annoying. And so when I get to the person's thing, I'm like, oh shit, bacon egg bites. I ran over to the end, said, hey, fucking name drop, I don't care, this lady was a bitch. Ginny, Jinny.
Find her.
It was a mobile
Kill
order
her.
too. So, and we had to
Don't
fucking...
do that.
The thing is, mobile orders, you have to say on the machine that they're not available, but for some reason that doesn't...
Don't condone the murder of people.
That doesn't turn it off
Disclaimer.
on the cafe machine. It only turns it off on the phones, so people don't fucking know. And it's so stupid. They should add a fucking function that when you turn it off, it doesn't pop up on the register screen. They should be like grayed out saying, "Oh, you're out," and it's like, "But are you not?" Like, I don't know. Maybe if you click on it, it'll say like, "The store says you're out. Do you want to re-enable it or something?" Like, they should add that as a button. Like, you can say that you can. I was thinking about this all day. They should make it so if
You are fuming.
so on
over
the
this.
screen, it's just
fucking
buttons with shit on
fuming.
it. Buttons with the words on it. Like, say vanilla bean frappuccino was one of them. So let's say we're out of vanilla bean powder. We should be able to hold... My waveforms are so fucking huge. We should be able to, like... Because it's just a touchscreen. You should be able to hold it down, and then it'll, like... I don't know, give it a little timer thing, and then it'll blank out. It'll be like gray. It'll be a little grayed out thing, because we're out of it. And... wow, it's been 8.5 minutes.
I was just checking my phone for the time.
But that should be a thing. I'm very angry. I don't like people. People are mean.
Wow. I noticed that we're already on the track for just making this literally just the last episode, because it's like we skipped the airplane stories and we just got straight into work stories. Because I can still pretty much vividly remember what we did last time.
It was the
it was
airplane
like,
story. Oh, you also re-listened to it. I didn't listen
yeah, I
to it.
re-listened to it just because I was like,
What was
what
the
did we
airplane
talk about?
story?
Just saying like bomb in the airport.
Bomb in the airport.
Yeah, and we talked about the airplane story, and then we somehow got into work stories, and then we somehow...
Because I used to work as a plane bomber.
We're gonna cut that one out. A lot of this beginning we're gonna
Wait,
have
I
to
can
cut
do
out.
that now.
No?
Glad I got rid of that.
He did... Did you... You didn't get rid of it.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't. Well,
Take
for
that.
some reason you just stopped, because now he's gonna be the one editing it, because my dang old computer sucked, and I
Bad
can't-
women!
Spencer just beat Sarah to death. Can I do it?
If anything,
Can I do it too? Or is that just like a couple thing? Can I beat her?
Yeah, my-
Like, am I allowed to do that? Like, am I allowed to make a joke about that? It's like, sure.
So Sarah, tell it. You recently went to Louisiana.
Yeah.
That tongue like that was so weird. Could tell us about that, because you went to Gator Town. You went and saw some
Gator
gators.
Town?
And met
Why
some
does
gators
this have like a
and
notch on
befriended-
the bottom?
They always
Notch?
I
Like
don't know.
Minecraft?
We saw some gators.
Really?
Yeah.
At the gator farm?
Yes, at the gator farm. And I held some gator farm.
What's-
Gator farms? I held some gators.
What's the point of a gator farm?
You went to
Okay,
a
well, so
gator
basically, what like fancy companies like Prada and that shit, they make stuff out of gator skin. But they don't want to use the gators out in the wild because they get all scarred up and shit. So you have to do the farm gators so then they don't get scarred up.
That's
Pussy!
your cat is meowing.
Charlie!
Come in here, Charlie.
Come here, pussy.
Someone's gonna turn.
Come here, pussy.
You have to respect her.
Psst, psst, psst.
I have something that can shake. Charlie!
Charlie. Wow.
Come here! This is making a noise that sounds like a treat bag. Charlie!
Apparently not.
Ooh, treats!
Okay, well, anyways. So.
Now that we have an echo. God damn it, it's cold outside.
Well, are you coming?
It's cold outside. Come here, Charlie. Ooh, come here.
Come here, baby.
Yes. Come.
It's okay.
I have to wait for him.
Wait, be silent so we can get a good meow.
Oh my god, how'd you do? Come here, pussy.
No, don't hurt him. Her.
I'm scared.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you break my laptop? Because I'll kill you.
Broke the cat.
You broke the cat?
Ooh, treats. Treats for the pussy.
Why'd you... don't give it to me.
No, it's okay.
I'm the only one here who doesn't have a cat. I don't know how to treat them.
No, it's fine. Just easy.
Oh.
She's easy.
She's sitting on my lap, guys.
Charlie.
This is a big moment for me.
Oh, she was so scared.
She's so cute. She's so soft.
Anyways, but yeah, so they have to raise farm gators basically to supply the industry.
Wow.
Wow.
It's great.
That's great. She's trapped.
And then we also fed gators.
There you go.
I don't have any
You
videos
fool.
of that. But so like you can
Meow. Everyone be quiet. Now you're a bird. Oh, no, don't sit with the keyboard. No.
She just opened a tab.
Make a noise. Be funny.
She's purring. She's so cute.
she's happy. Stop it, don't do that to her.
Abusing your cat.
So rude.
Oh god.
She's gonna step on the keyboard.
Enter. we should let her out.
No.
Cat cast. Real life 9 cat.
You having fun, Charlie?
No.
Goodbye.
You're so mean. She's so puffy. She literally becomes 3 times her size. With
She
her
is sitting like a weird dog.
fur. Hi there.
Oh. Oh. Charlie, wait, no.
Yeah, put her out.
Hey. You want to? Ooh. Ooh.
Just throw me
She cut a lot of this out.
Charlie!
Throw me with her.
Fine.
She
Stupid pussy.
Oh.
Charlie, hey, Charlie.
doesn't want it.
Oh, look, the tweet. There's the tweet. Thank you.
Good job.
Jesus.
At least this particular one. So apparently they used to do tours in the actual places where they would grow and hatch the gators, but then they realized that that wasn't a good idea because the gators would get kind of cranky. So they had to create
Oh my
like
god.
a kind of fake thing. Anyway, so they had to create like kind of like a fake like reenactment sort of to show you like the different steps that they do to get the gators to the farm and hatch them and stuff. And then
Do they kill the babies or like the full-grown ones?
Did they,
Sometimes they kill babies.
I think
Probably, like,
more so
juvenile,
full,
right?
yeah, more so like full grown, like as much as they can. But
Like once they get to their max.
yeah, they have to like feed them a lot and keep them at specific temperatures and stuff, so then they can like grow a lot. Because gators in the wild actually take like a long time to grow. So like when you see like really really big ones, they're like 60 years old. 60 years old.
Oh my
Basically.
god.
Damn.
Do they like
like-
never stop growing?
Damn.
So
I
they
don't know actually. I know
What if
that
they just
they're.
I think
Remove
it probably
this
just slows.
But yeah, so like at the end of the tour, you get to hold some gators, and that's weird. They're like cats because they kind of like hiss. They hiss first of all. They hiss,
That's weird.
I've heard
and like
that.
you
It's
can
so
feel like the
terrifying.
rumbling. You can feel them rumbling when you hold them,
Oh.
and it's like really scary. I'm like, yeah, I'll hold it, but I'm also
like
scared.
a vibrator.
They rubber band their mouth shut, obviously, so they can't like. Hurt
Don't
you,
even like the
but-
babies have like super powerful like
Yeah.
jaws.
Furious
also have
gator
some-
hissing. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, they hiss like that.
Look at the fucking waveform.
Jesus.
I keep
Okay.
hitting your stupid head.
Gators and crocodiles are, I think,
Different.
no, that's not what I was gonna say, but
Okay.
I think that they are. Oh, next video is how to tell the difference between alligator and crocodile. But anyways, those two things, I think, for me, those are the two single, I guess, the two scariest animals on Earth.
Yeah, they're kind of scary.
Because they're pretty much dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're dinosaurs, but it's like the way that they kill you, where they like latch onto your leg and spin around
And do the
until it
That's a
rips
death
off.
roll. I
It's
don't think they do that all the time.
terrifying.
But that's like
They don't, but
That's
they
kind of
they
like,
do
that's
it.
the
If,
final. That's
don't
like
they
the
do it
final-
on like fucking big things? So they like, hey, I have a lot of
Yeah.
muscle power.
Like if you get the death roll, you're kind of done for.
I know, it's so scary, and they can like move fast.
Oh yeah, they're really fucking fast on my
If they
end.
want to.
Too.
And then if you're in water,
Yeah, you're fucked.
You're
well,
done.
unless they're full. Have you seen videos of that?
what?
Holy shit, that's the fucking scariest thing.
What? When they're full?
This dude was in a zoo. He works at the zoo, and so the gators are well fed because I don't know. You give them food and they're happy, they're full and whatever. You give them a shit ton of food and they literally stop eating. And this fucking the zookeeper dude literally jumps in the same water that they're in, and they sit there and they look at him and they don't do anything. Not because like they're his
Yeah, the
friend.
guy, one of the.
But it's literally just because
our-
they're well fed and they don't, because like we don't need food, so why would we go after him?
Oh, is that like funny video where it's like the old guy? There's like a tiny
Yeah,
patch of land. And he just
it's,
goes.
it's that yeah. I seen one where it's that video, and then when he jumps in the water, it's the Mario painting thing. Where he like, jumps in the painting and it's all.
So sometimes the gators will have like birth defects and they like straight up cannot go into the wild and like be able to defend themselves. Like
What?
one
Because
of
they're
them-
like inbred.
no, they'll just have like birth defects. Like one of them, he has his tail is it's usually like straight. His is literally curled up at the end. So if they put him in the wild, he would literally die.
Did you just send a picture of that to me or us? All of us.
I showed it to you probably from my camera
I didn't
because
see
that. But so like that, or the ones that are like really white, because I guess like the way that gators like see things, like the white ones will just fucking die. Like albino ones are
gosh.
really rare. They have one at the California Academy of Sciences though. Shout
Oh,
out!
yeah.
Please go there. They're fantastic. Thank you. He's hella old. His name's like Al.
Al.
He's great.
His
His
name
name's
is
like
Al.
Albert. His name's like Albert or something. But he's a big boy. He just sits there. It's pretty chill.
I think I've been there. It's
Yeah.
kind of depressing though, because it's like all indoors, and that's like a 20 by 20 foot like enclosure.
For his thing,
Yeah,
his
for
thing's
the-
kind of big, but like he
I'll
he
be right
doesn't
back.
really like do anything.
Where
I
are you
think
going?
he's really
I'll be
cool.
right back.
Don't
Charlie,
talk until the
Jesus
door's
Christ.
closed. What's he doing?
She's just sitting there staring at the wall.
Cat is terrifying.
Keep talking. I'll be back.
Okay, bye. Yeah, and then we went on a swamp boat tour, and the guy there's like one really big gator, and he calls him Al, and he literally was just sitting there, and the guy pulled his leg, and he just pulled it back in. He just sat there.
Oh,
Like, not a
those
care in
things
the
are
world.
so terrifying because
Yeah.
they're so giant, they're so fast,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
so
That one
vicious.
was really big. There's another one.
Are they like more like prone to attack humans than sharks?
I don't
Is that
actually know.
Is that anything that they said? Because like I know that sharks
Like this is at the
it'll-
gator farm. That's one of them.
Oh
they
my
can
God.
feed. They're pretty big. But like you throw.
Oh, I don't like it when it's
you-
looking right at
you
me.
Throw shit
Oh
in
my
You
god.
throw the food in the water, and like they'll all just be like swimming towards it, and then they like bite at it like sideways. It's really weird.
Oh Jesus.
I've had this since I was 12.
Oh hey. Isn't there like
This is one on the tour.
that one looks smaller?
Yeah.
It seems like their sizes
That
right.
Here
one's,
it
yeah,
is.
This is an owl. This is a different one.
This is Al.
That's like Albert or.
It's a stuffed.
But
like,
this
crocodile.
this one came up. He got him to come up, and he fed him some Nutra, which is
Nutra.
a big fat.
Bam, you
rat.
see that right there?
They're like invasive and
SOS, save
really-
our space. Okay. Story with this. So, by the way, I'm holding a stuffed animal, albino alligator that I wanted so fuck. What was that thing called with the albino alligator owl in the pit in the middle? What's the place called?
California Academy of Sciences.
Yes, I was
In
there,
San Francisco.
and I saw him, and I was like, "Whoa, that's so cool." He's like, not like a normal alligator.
Wow.
I was like, that is awesome. And I went into the gift shop and I saw one of these and I was like, I have to buy that. And I fucking sprint my ass over there and I'm like, yes, I have it. I'm carrying it throughout the entire gift shop. We're in there for like 15 minutes. And I'm like, I love you. And we get to the checkout thing. My mom was like, you can't get that. It's like $30. And I was like, what the hell? Why is it so expensive? And I cried. And then we went home.
Mother.
And
I
that's
require.
it. No.
I require the white.
And then my mom literally found the exact same one online for like $10, and she's like, okay, and so she bought it.
It's dumb.
And now I have.
Because your mom didn't support the Academy of Sciences.
Shut up.
What are the Academy of Sciences like? Do they do science or do they just collect funny things?
They collect funny.
I think they do. I don't know if they do like their own
I love
research
disabled animals.
But yeah.
It's like a museum type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Or is it more
It's
like
really
a
cool.
university and how it functions?
No. It's like a museum thing.
Oh.
But it's cool. It's very big.
Is it?
Very cool. Yes, it is. I love going there. One time I got lost.
All these visual gags that you were pulling, Spencer, do not do anything
I know,
for the
but-
podcast.
I'm just.
Anyways,
Go on.
so there's other gator, and basically for like a few years, she hasn't been able to have kids, but she's like one of Al's mates, so the dude just calls her Alice. But
Kind of funny.
yeah. So basically,
stupid.
at some point,
Oh.
I don't know. I can't remember what the dude said, like specifically when, but she found this mom that had babies, and she fucking killed the mom and took out then and now she looks after the babies as her home.
Oh.
Oh my
So
gosh.
she killed the mom and ate her.
Did they ever, like, back to the shark type of thing, did they ever, like, give any information on, like, how violent they are, I guess? Like, how vicious they are? Because with sharks, it's like,
No,
people are like, oh, yeah,
I'm sure
they
you can
just
look it up.
mistake you for seals, and that's, like, they
No, I
usually
think
won't
gators
kill
know.
you.
Gators know.
But,
How
like, are gators,
many-
like, do they just see something they're like, I gotta eat it, gotta kill it?
Maybe.
That's why, like, especially when there was this one lake that I went to, it was like a freshwater lake, so there was, like, no gators there. Unless they aren't, I don't care. But
Like it says this from 2018. Cows killed 20 people each year. Dogs killed 28.
Dogs?
Sharks, alligators,
Why the
and
fuck
bears
people
killed
so
1
scared
person.
of like pit bulls and shit if they only killed like
Wait.
28?
cows, sharks, and bears combined killed one person
I don't think it's combined.
on the
I think
whole
it's-
planet.
No, I was
One
thinking-
person died from a bear. That I don't believe that.
When you said cows, sharks, and bears I thought of like them working together to kill one for like a fucking assassination.
Yeah, but I've always imagined just that alligators are like super vicious. I'd love to believe that
I
they
think
are.
it depends on which one and like how full they are.
But yeah, I went to this one lake. I don't remember what the lake's name was for like camping, and then eventually we swam in it, and I was like swimming around, and there was like a what is it called? Like a tree stump, but it was like underwater. But it was like a giant tree. It was like some redwood or
Oh
something.
god, I know what
And
they're
like
going.
I saw it, and it was like kind of hollowed out, so it looked like an alligator tail, and I just freaked out. It was so terrifying.
Okay,
Ugh.
so according to this Romper article from 2016, it says in total there have been 257 total attacks since 1948.
How many?
257 since
257.
1948, and this is in 2016.
That's
Dang.
Only 23 of them were fatal, and of those 23, 8 of the deaths were children. If you live in an alligator-friendly area...
Friendly?
I don't know what the hell that means. They kind of go
alligator
there
crossing.
there's a
The new Animal
there's a
Crossing
1 in 2.4 million chance you would be attacked by them.
If in like the new Animal Crossing
yeah.
game, like an alligator can just come out and just maul your character.
Animal
Just
Crossing game
the
that
most-
comes out in 20 days.
the most brutal death.
Also,
Just
Alice has no
Animal
teeth.
Crossing.
By the way.
Wait, what?
Alice, the gator that
And
killed
she
the
can
mom,
suck
has
dick.
no teeth.
That's weird.
But he said she has no
That's
teeth. But like I looked at her mouth while it was open because he had it open, basically, and it looked like they were starting to come back in because I think like sharks they're just
Yeah.
they're just ultimate like
Infinite?
not intimate supply, infinite supply of teeth. So yeah.
Get down and dirty with their teeth.
Ew. Hey, you got my teeth? Yeah, come here.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like a lot more people are like actively scared of snakes. It
Oh,
seems
yeah, my
like
dad hates snakes.
yeah, it's like people are
Like a
way
lot.
more scared of snakes. It's like sure for me, snakes are scary, but if I see an alligator,
think it
like I
depends
just have
on
no
the
hope. I'm just gonna faint and die because I'm going to faint, fall down, probably split my head open on a rock.
I think I would.
And the alligator will look at me like
I
I'm
would
an idiot and just
faint
walk
if
away.
I made eye contact with it and it like moved. Oh fuck! Oh my
Oh.
god, he's tickling it.
That's my dad.
That's your dad's
My
laugh.
dad.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like because with a lot of animals, how I think of it,
See,
it's
see how
like
he eats like sideways? It's weird.
I always just imagine that any
grabs
animal
his
can just at any given second like flick its head around, but in reality, like usually giant animals take like a minute to like flick around. But it's like I feel like that's the reason why people are so scared of snakes is because they can attack so fast.
Yeah.
But alligators can do the same, which is they're just giant snakes, more terrifying and just worse, honestly.
But that's Al. He just literally sat there. So he said the end of his tail right there, it's like covered in mud, but he said it would go up to like his knee if it wasn't in the mud. His tail. So,
Is he like sitting on top of the mud?
yeah. See, he literally grabbed his leg and he just pulled it back in. He like didn't care at all. He just
Oh.
sat there
Yeah.
the entire time. But
They're
like,
very
they
flat
really don't-
animals, which I noticed.
Yeah. So that's So she heard the babies basically.
I love the Louisianian accent.
I know his
He's
accent
like,
is literally the
I
best.
see the alligators. You know the alligators. they bite people, except they don't bite people. And we kill them and we use them, make some purses for you nice ladies. Anybody interested?
See, she would come up on the boat though.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh yeah.
You hate that? I love
I saw
that.
this video.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I hate
no, but
that.
in the
You hate
video,
it?
you
I
were like
love it.
terrified. You were like, oh.
Well, it's kind of scary.
Well, yeah, no shit,
But
it's fucking
I like
alligator. Or, yeah, alligator.
I trusted the guy.
I don't trust the alligator. No. It's gonna come on, eat the guy's arm, and then he's just gonna eat the rest of
Yeah,
you.
he feed them. I'm sure.
Their necks are also creepily long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're really.
Like, what would you do if he just fucking ate his hand and pulled him into the water?
It's a she. Don't misgender.
I'm sorry.
Don't misgender the gator. There's my grandma laughing. But
But alligators and
she's super cute though. I like her.
alligators and crocodiles are like the same like section of species. It's like
Yeah.
dog breeds, right? Kind of.
Yeah, they're just like they have a little difference. I think like crocodile snouts are like longer and
Yeah,
skinnier.
and they're like the
weird.
teeth go on the outside.
Yeah, the teeth are on the outside because they're weird. Now here,
Oof.
I was feeding them. It's better not be a video.
Oh.
It's a video.
Uh-oh.
See how they just?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's very funny because they would.
Okay, we need to stop showing videos.
I know.
'Cause
it's
Well,
just-
I mean, like,
Give context, at
Ugh.
least.
no, but have you seen that video of the crocodile like walking across the golf course?
Yeah,
in, like,
yeah, and it's
Florida?
fucking huge.
It's like 30 feet long. It's makes my skin crawl.
I think
Looking at a video of my dog, now I'm thinking of my dog getting mauled by a crocodile.
I don't know, I think I'm scared of, I'm scared of alligators. I think I'm scared of sharks more.
That's like the animal you're most scared of?
Yeah, because, okay, in certain,
Sharks.
it's always the situation, really, I guess.
It's mainly because their domain, I feel like. That's
Another
why
thing
people are
is,
so scared of them.
alligators
Also
is,
jaws.
alligators are fucking land and sea. Or, well, water. Land and water.
Amphibious,
water.
kind of.
But, like, fucking sharks, it's like, yeah, they're only in water, but if you, I don't know, fall off a boat, and you
Sorry, I just stretched on
scratch
my
your leg on the boat, and you start bleeding in the water, and it's shark-infested waters,
leg. Oh, maybe.
and, I don't know, you're in the water, and you're like, fuck, I'm in the water, yeah, people can help you, but, like, if there's a shark that fucking sees you, and it just... bussy bopping its
I'm
way
coming
up to
for you, boy!
and it just fucking takes you down, takes your leg, and you're fucking going under.
Mm.
Or do they pull you, or do they just bite?
No, they don't pull you because I know the sharks, like, they can't...
Oh, they can't go
They can't
backwards.
swim down.
Yeah.
They can't swim down.
Oh, so can't they not go backwards either?
Okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure, like, once they start... Like, if they're...
Yeah, they can't go back. They
No.
can go down. They just have to go.
You wanna-
They can't go
you wanna
backwards.
know a fun fact?
No, because I remember that I saw this one movie where they did, like, a thing. Well, I know it was a movie, but at the same time, it's, like, it was based on something real. Sorry. But it
No,
was,
you're
like...
good.
The shark was, like,
This
above them,
movie.
and, like... He was practicing to swim. I think it was called... The movie was called Maverick. Where
Maverick Logan Paul's
Yeah,
gang.
STF.
Logan Paul's subscribers.
Huh?
That's like a surf movie.
Yeah, and so like the
up.
surf sensei is like teaching the guy how to surf, and so he's like, you got to hold your breath for like 4 minutes, and then they're like, okay, and then they go down to the,
Okay, bro.
yeah, they go shaka bra.
Shaka.
It's got none of that water, bro.
God.
They go down. They go down, and they're like at the seabed, which is like not very deep. It's like probably 30 feet down. I mean, like not like a mile deep. It's pretty deep, anyways. But like they sit down there, and then they see a shark, but it's like above them, but it can't see them because like the eyes are on top of its head. So like if you see a shark, like go under it.
That's true.
And also, I'm pretty sure like when they attack you, like they cover their eyes, and since they're like so exposed, like they have some like weird.
No,
They have
like
like,
a
I think
filter
they have
or
2
something.
eyelids. Probably.
Yeah,
You're
and they
supposed
like
to
cover their
punch
eyes.
him in the nose or kick him or
You punch
either
him.
one.
You punch him in like the nose.
Yeah.
Because that's the most sensitive thing. Like gators. If you fucking get a gator, you tap it on the nose.
Tap it on the nose, more
Yeah.
like
Oh
you
my
try
god, have you seen videos of
Yeah,
people
it's
wrestling
nuts.
gators?
You
That's a
slap it
fucking
on the nose.
sport. Wrestling gators.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, fucking Dan Avidan wrestled a gator.
What?
Yeah.
Probably like a
And he was
juvenile.
high while he did it.
That's horrifying.
What a man. What a man.
You pretty much end up, at the end, you pretty much like stand on its mouth.
You
It's
have
back.
to.
They must have strong bones. Ugh.
Anyways, fun fact about sharks. Because I wanted to know, because I was scared.
They have penises.
No, okay, so this is kind of a little, probably gross for you. Because you're a man.
They have titties.
But period blood doesn't attract sharks, apparently.
Oh,
What?
because it's slightly different.
So sharks can smell blood because of the chemicals, amino acids that it contains. But like period blood isn't just blood, I guess. So it's like here, good. Stop.
That's just propaganda from
I
the
still-
government
propaganda from the
to
sharks.
to get people to
Still
go into the water.
Not gonna,
Propaganda from the sharks.
still not gonna swim, but it's good.
Yeah. I remember I went to the beach one time and my mom was like, "Come on!" And then she swam out like 60 feet into the water. I was like, "No."
No, I don't like the beach in general.
I like the beach. It's nice.
Fuck you.
You have a reason. You have a different.
I
reason,
have
though.
a reason.
Do you have trauma?
I have
There's no insulin around here.
no.
It's just sand.
It's all sand. Because that's how I found out I was diabetic. Was because I was on the beach. And I was like,
God, it had to do with that
Yeah.
because I didn't realize that.
I was like, cool. I keep
Yeah.
drinking water and peeing. I was like, what's wrong with me? And I like, and
Because
then
you're drinking water and peeing.
at the same time, just go straight through.
no, I kept chugging water, and I'd be like, fuck, I have to pee. So I'd run to the bathroom and I'd pee, and I'd go back, and I'm like, fuck, I'm really thirsty now. And I drink a bunch of water, and it's like, it's not like, oh, I did it every 30 minutes or so, or 15 minutes. It was like within the same minute I would pee. It would just go straight through my system.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did you like have a heart attack after that?
No, I don't know how the fuck I'm alive, because we went home, and it was like a week later, and we were like, we should go to the doctor. So we went to the doctor. My mom thought I had a bladder infection, so we went to the doctor, and they're like, no, your son has diabetes. I was like, oh fuck, and I thought, see, I was also uneducated about diabetes until I got it, and I was like, I'm not fat,
Oh my
or
God.
like unhealthy, or whatever.
No, because you got like child diabetes, so it's like
Child
happens to
babies.
everyone.
Like remember that 2010 meme with the fat Asian boy on the phone? The-
Hello, who does?
yeah. you, you know what I'm talking about, though, right? If I remember, we need to put up a photo of
Like
that.
the
That'll be
weird,
the thumbnail.
No, it's like a weird thing though, because I looked it up and I saw that like apparently, like type 1 diabetes can be like temporary, or you could just have it like forever.
That's
And I was
type
like,
2 diabetes.
No, I fucking looked. I looked it up. And that's what it said.
Same with celiac disease, which is what my brother has.
So
Your brother is celiac?
Yeah, he is celiac, and it's like for some kids, it can
I
like
don't
go
remember what
away
that
if
is.
you.
Can you tell me what that is again? 'Cause
It's
I
like
don't
a.
remember. 'Cause
It's
I'm-
not an allergy, but it's kind
The
of
gluten
similar.
thing, right?
Oh.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
have
yeah.
gluten. It's like a. I forget.
Is that what they
it's called.
thought?
Maddie
your sister?
had, yeah, they thought, wait, my sister had
They
it
thought Maddie.
because she had some like fluid in her lungs.
Ugh.
Yeah, and
So,
they were
like,
like,
for
yeah,
longest
she might have
time-
celiac, don't eat
Yeah. But,
I'm saying dairy.
we figured it out with my brother because he kept getting like stomach aches, and we were like, "What does he get stomach aches?" And so we brought him to the
Eat more
doctor.
bread.
Yeah, like we brought him to the doctor, and she was like, "This is why he gets stomach aches." And then so. Ever since then, he gets this horrible crunchy bread that is awful.
Oh.
But I mean, I guess it's not really his fault. But
what the fuck is wrong with him?
for like,
We have gluten-free Girl Scout cookies, and like nobody fucking buys them, but they're actually really good. So like, if your brother wants them,
They're really powdery.
hit me up. Even like after season, like we have extras, I would just give them to you for like free.
I don't know if he'll like eat.
If he wants them.
He just munches on candy all day. That's all he does. He just eats gummy worms.
Perfect. Does he like toffee?
I don't know.
Should
I
ask
doubt
him
it. But
if he likes toffee.
he just loves gummy worms. That's all he eats. Gummy worms and cereal. That is his entire diet.
Cereal, which is gluten.
But he plays sports, so
He
he's
plays
ripped.
Fortnite.
He's a tall, skinny man.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Like he just kept getting stomach aches to the point where he had to like go home from school, and then we found out in like first grade when he was in first grade. So. But then. Give me the weed boys.
I was like, I gotta play this if it ever gets really quiet, and then you pause, and I was like, perfect, and then you immediately start talking. Yeah, so...
No, but like with celiac, it's like... There are varying degrees of it, where some people, it's like... With some people with celiac, you like eat it, and then it's just like the end of the world for you, but with my brother, it's like... He gets stomach aches.
Oh, that's good.
But it doesn't matter what level you have it on. If you have... Like, my dad slightly has it, but... It basically just increases the risk of cancer the more...
Oh, Jesus.
No, the more gluten you eat.
Oh.
It's just
Okay,
just
yeah,
straight
I
up
was like,
increases the risk of cancer. But yeah.
It's like, that's gross.
Yep. That's scary.
It just makes me think of
You know
like
what else is so scary?
childhood traumas. What?
All the people on the parade floats in Mardi Gras are fucking terrifying.
Why are they terrifying?
So most of the people, like as a tradition, they cover like their faces and shit, and some people they look like they're from the fucking KKK. It's really terrifying because it's Louisiana.
Louisiana, we don't like to...
And my sister was trying to say that it looked like the KKK, but she was trying to say it like kind of like really kind of loudly. And
They look like the KKK!
We were like, shut the fuck up! You cannot say that because they'll come out of the woodworks. You can't say that here, Aaron.
The woodworks?
You not have that as an expression?
They'll
come out of the woodworks? That means they just come out of everywhere.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's scary. And there was also like...
That's gonna be annoying.
Basically like no... It was kind of like just like only white people like watching the parades, at least where I was, and it was really weird.
Oh.
Because most of the high schools are like black students. And so it's just a bunch of white people.
Can't say that. You have to say African American.
I feel like what I imagine for Louisiana
fucking cracker.
is literally just like humidity to the max, where like you're just swimming
It depends
in the air.
on what time you go. You went for Christmas and it was fucking freezing and it's super windy and it was awful.
Oh. But
I like stayed inside the entire time.
You know what's not scary?
What?
Today's sponsor.
Guys, it's the second episode. We got a sponsor.
Honey.
From Trojan.
You know what's not scary? Or you know what else is scary?
What?
Unsafe sex.
Yes.
Today's sponsor is Trojan Condoms.
Only Magnum. We're only selling those to our fans.
You know that it doesn't actually matter what size it is, they're all the same size.
Really?
Yeah, that's basically they're basically all the same size.
This is
I'm pretty sure they just made it so that it like
MP3
expands.
podcast where you learn about condoms.
it's like this much of a difference.
Sex.
That'd
Really?
be funny. No.
So I can get like the extra large condoms and be like, yeah, I got a large penis.
It's like 2 inches. It goes inwards. Oh my gosh, that actually reminds me of... Oh my god.
What you been watching?
No, I haven't been watching. Didn't mean to see it, but I was at our local pool, the CRC. I was at the CRC. And I was in the guys' locker room when I was like 10 probably. And I was like changing for whatever reason. No.
Oh.
Well, it's not a condom story. It's like I was walking around and then I just see this old naked man with an inverted dong walking around. Like it literally went like into his, and I was like, what?
God. That's fucking funny.
You what?
I don't think I've ever seen a naked woman in the CRC bathroom.
I don't-
So like you guys
Just
are
literally
like,
just walking around.
that
I was
sucks
like,
for
what?
you.
I haven't been in those locker rooms in forever, but
I don't even want to swim in those.
I remember I saw that. I was like,
I haven't been in the CRC in forever.
I have
Yeah.
to take Erin tomorrow. Because she's like, oh, I want to practice volleyball, and then
Aaron
everybody
is
keeps...
stupid.
Well, no, she was going to go with friends, and then, like, one by one, they just canceled on her.
oh wow,
And then little Sarah can't go.
that's pretty awesome.
Because it's her sister's birthday. So she's like, can you go with me for, like, an hour? And you can, like, do your homework or whatever. And I was like,
Homework at the CRC.
I was like, Erin, I can't do my homework there. And she's like, okay. And she's like, can you serve? And I was like, not can you serve? Can you set? And I was like, I have, like, no fingertips. My fingertips are my fingers. So, like...
Alright, Isaiah, I have a
Sure.
question for you.
Yeah.
How do you do the claw thing with the GameCube controller?
Like I know.
I
The
could ask
what?
Arnaldo.
I don't like.
He
the claw.
uses claw, and I think it just makes you look like you have. Fuck. Fuck. God damn it. It's time for a bathroom break!
Ow.
Go!
I'm trying
Go!
to get out.
Leave! Alright, Isaiah, let's have sex.
Okay.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
Okay, bathroom break's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what I was talking to Spencer about before, or during the bathroom break, some things that I wanted to talk about was video game, or
You
actually
get
not.
to talk.
What? Star Wars, because it's not, as of right now, it is not relevant, but considering the time gap between last episode and this episode.
Well, some people that are like obsessed with Star Wars are gonna be like, "Oh my god, thank you for talking about that. I love you."
No, but I just wanted to talk about episode 9, because what did you
Don't
guys
call
think
it
about
episode 9. Just call it the new Star Wars movie.
Then-
Who the fuck calls it episode 9?
You just did right now.
Fucking commie.
me?
Me right now.
Because Spencer said that you hated Sarah, or that you didn't like it.
That's sideways.
No.
You did? Why not? Explain.
She doesn't like Kylo Ren because she thinks his nose is too big, and she thinks.
I didn't say his
That's just-
nose is too big.
he's
I
just
said
a
he's
dude.
a
That's not
fucking
even like-
fridge man.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
In the
I'm sorry. It
last
wasn't
one,
about his
he looks like
nose.
a
It was about his
fridge.
body shape.
He looks
She doesn't
like
like
a
his
fridge.
body shape.
It's like a friend.
She doesn't like his.
He's a fucking rectangle.
She doesn't like his body shape, and so therefore she doesn't like the character.
Me and Aaron call him Kylo Rectangle because like that's literally what
I'm
he is.
sorry, we're all not fucking perfect. I have diabetes, and I don't know why you like me for that.
That's different.
But he looks like a
That doesn't
fridge,
make
and
your
that
body.
automatically.
Your body doesn't look like a fridge. You have an hourglass figure.
Shut up. We don't talk about
It's
that.
hot. It's
Why did you
hot.
wink?
Because it's hot.
Stop.
Right, is there?
Palpatine got that hourglass. But I mean, for me, I feel like all the sequel trilogy, like my mind just does not consider it canon because it is like
The first one was
Oh,
like
it's
okay,
very different too.
but
it's
just
so
kinda-
different, but it's like it's so different to the point where it doesn't feel like. Star
I
Wars.
watch it.
does
Yeah, I
not
watch
feel
it.
like Star Wars.
It's a good movie, but it's not a good Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Palpatine didn't need to come back.
Like
Well,
don't shoot me, but like I haven't really like sat down and like actually watched like the original trilogy.
Which ones have you seen?
I've like it's not like seen, but it's like I've seen bits and clips enough, or like maybe I have sat down and watched it. I just don't really remember it. But I've seen enough to know like have like a general idea of like the story and the people and like what happens, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And
Go
I
on.
haven't. I don't know if I've watched the prequels, but I know most of them.
That's so.
Like I
awesome.
know there's the one with Jar Jar. they're like they're like they're
Three of them, or
underwater.
two
I
of
know,
them, Jar Jar.
but when they're underwater in like the ship, and it reminds me of Spy Kids.
Oh
Which is
yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
fucking play with thing all the time.
But
Out of the sequels,
I don't know.
prequels, and originals, I like the originals best because I grew up with the fourth movie. Like that was the only one that we had, and I just have nostalgia. for it.
the only. Oh fuck! This song could start playing in any second.
But yeah, for some reason, like the new ones, I can't get behind it. It doesn't feel like Star Wars in the slightest. Even like the old characters that they brought back, they don't even feel like themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I like a lot? Is that Harrison Ford like fucking hates Star Wars.
Oh,
He does?
Yes, and I think that's the funniest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Why does he hate
He's
it?
all I don't even what the fuck's a Force Ghost? Like I don't even know what that is. Like, it's like really funny that
just
he
didn't, like,
he
he-
fucking hates it. And I'm like,
And it's weird. He
That's
liked
funny.
he
I
liked
like it like
being
that.
Indiana Jones, right?
yeah, I think so.
And it's also made by Lucas.
Like, Harrison
so
Ford's
it's not like he.
fucking rad,
I don't
dude.
think it's not that he hates.
Not like
Lucasfilms.
hates it, but he's just kind of like I don't really.
Oh my god, I can't remember his name. George Lucas. It's not like he hates George Lucas. It's just he doesn't like
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Ever
pretty
since
funny.
episode 9 came out, I just like got into like a super Star Wars mood, and then I went over to my friend Alex's house and we watched all the
The one that
prequels.
we're supposed to have as a guest.
Yeah. And we watched all the prequels, which were really good.
I
And
like
then-
the prequels.
Yeah. And I got in such a mood that I got Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga for on Steam, and then I got
yeah, that's right. You were playing.
and then I got what's it called? Battlefront 2, because I had Battlefront 1, which was really fun. Then I didn't get 2 because it was like
Shitty.
bad in the beginning, but I heard that it was good recently, so we got it, and I play with my online friends, and it's really fun.
Online friend.
And then I got Jedi Fallen Order, which is an awesome game, which Jordan hates for some reason.
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah,
That's
Jordan despises that game.
Fucking despises that game.
The
I
actor
love
who
it.
plays like the main character
Is hot.
Is what?
Shut up! I support him.
What do you mean you
Yeah.
support him?
He's cool.
As
He
in,
was
he's
in-
hot. Oh no, he's hot.
He was in a movie about like in one of my favorite book series, which is stupid,
What
but
book
it's called
series is it?
Vampire Academy.
Oh, he's in
That was
movie?
when yes,
Oh.
that's when I first saw him in. And he
Super
plays like
away?
like a really cool character.
Yeah.
But that's when my aunt got me like vampire themed books for like 3 years in a row for my birthday, and I was like, okay, auntie, whatever. But yeah, and then he was in Gotham. He played the Joker in
Oh.
Gotham, the TV show, which I didn't watch, and I was trying to find it like with him in it, and I literally could not find it. So I
I
was
remember
like,
I played the game like all the way through, and then I finally saw like a clip of him outside of the game, like in real life, and it just tripped me out. I was like, oh, "This is weird."
yeah, because it looks
He's so
like,
white.
He is. He's very pale.
He's
He's paler than Isaiah.
what's his name?
Cameron Monaghan.
Okay,
Yes.
but yeah.
He's
Anyways,
cool.
I've been playing that game like constantly, and then today I couldn't play it because for some reason Origin was down, and I couldn't log in.
Stupid.
But yeah, I find that game so much fun. Like
I've wanted to get it, but I'm like,
the combat is amazing.
oh, to everybody who's not listening, because nobody listens. So, you can
Yeah,
fucking burn me at the stake,
Get it
but I
out, get
use
it out.
Reddit.
use Reddit. I
Yeah.
feel like most people will support you in that.
r//
It's just our friend group that doesn't like Reddit.
That's a good point. Okay, but there's one
Sorry.
that I use, one subreddit that I use called r/games deals, game deals or games deals, I can't remember. But the logo is like a blue background and a white controller. But I don't know. It's the fact that they have a bunch of. They always show when there's like a sale on like 40 different sites, and like PlayStation and Xbox and the Epic Game Stores when they have like that free game of the month or week or whatever. And there's this one website called I think it's Games Planet, and I was like, should I buy it for this? And I don't know. I don't know why I did it, but I did, and it's perfectly fine. No virus, no hacking of my credit card or whatever.
What game?
I got Fallout 4, and
You already have that game.
I know, but I got it for my PC so I can get mods.
Oh.
Because I have my PS4 before, which has mods, but they're all really shitty. But
Have you seen the Buzz Lightyear dance one?
yes.
Kyle showed it to me.
But I got it for what was it? In total, I got the game for like $8, and it's $30 normally. And I got it wasn't $8, I think it was like $12. And I got the season pass for some small amount of money.
Oh.
But it ended up being cheaper than buying the game, like the standard game on Steam. Getting all the DLC and the game on the Games Planet was cheaper than buying it on
That's
Steam.
Good. It's a pretty old game now. It's probably
15,
gone down
probably
in
15.
prices now.
No, it's $30 on Steam.
Oh.
Season pass is
There's like some game that's like it should. I
$30
forget.
also, I think.
No. There's like some game that I remember seeing, and it was like it's so old that it should be brought down in price so much. I don't remember what it is.
Skyrim?
No, not Skyrim. It was like it's like something else where it was like full price for like this super old game that like shouldn't be like that.
DS games are like really expensive for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
I hate that. I'm like trying to like get like a DS game that I want to play, and it's like $40, and I'm like,
Jeez.
that's.
Well, okay, some of them I understand. The main reason is this happened with literally every console. But there's like 3 periods of a games console. There's like when it's new and whatever, and when it's out, and all the games are usually $60, 30 or was it $20 to $60. But that was before digital games, and they went all the way down to literally $1. To like GameCube and shit. Wind Waker was I think $60 or $50 or something. Mario Kart, Super Mario Sunshine, all like $50, and then and there's a period that right when the GameCube they stopped making games, and the Wii and whatever was taking over, GameCube games kind of went up to like each game would be at least like $70, like no matter what game it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
that makes sense.
Yeah, and then after that, there's a period where they're fucking cheap as hell because people are like getting rid of all their old shit. Like that's like when like I don't know, I guess 2015ish was when it happened.
When like the Wii U came out.
Yeah. So the GameCube was like, okay, nobody really cares about the GameCube anymore. A lot of people did, obviously, but some people were selling them for like super cheap because like I have a bunch of GameCube games and I have my old GameCube, and that's the period we're in right now, and it's ending.
Stop.
Yeah.
That period is ending like right now, like probably by the end of this year. Their GameCube games are going to become retro. So, if you want GameCube games,
get them now.
Get them now.
You have to sell your house.
Yeah,
I've never had an interest in old video games like you do because like when I got here, he talked about video like old consoles and video games for so long.
Yes.
The oldest will go is like the Wii.
Really?
Yeah, because my dad fucking sold.
Yeah, I don't really like the Wii.
My dad sold my Wii, and then I was like,
I don't like the Wii.
I was like,
Two
oh.
Wiis, literally
I
in
have
this
3
place.
Wiis.
One of them's mine.
Yeah.
That he was supposed to do shit on it and then give it to me.
Yeah,
But basically, I was like, oh, I have to use Spencer's Wii to play Wii games. And my dad was like, oh, what about our Wii? And I'm like, Dad, you literally sold our Wii. And he's like, oh, I did? And I was like, yeah, you did, Dad.
Oh my god.
Like, he sold my Xbox 360. I'm like, do you know there are games that, like, I cannot play, even with the stupid cross, even with the cross, like...
yeah, my dad got me into
Crossplay.
not selling my old
crossplay.
console. I mean, I never, it wasn't like I was interested in selling
if I had the choice to sell the Xbox 360, I would not have sold it.
Yeah.
Because there's literally games that I cannot
I don't know,
play.
I also just like having it and being like, oh, I played this as a kid.
Or,
blah,
like,
blah, blah.
there was one of them that, like, we only had the demo and we never got the full game, and so I was trying to get it. And, like, the marketplace was just being, like, really weird, and I, like, couldn't buy it.
Oh, weird.
And I was like, I just want to play the game.
The oldest console I have right now...
Is it Wii?
No, I have
a Wii U.
I have a Wii U. I'm pretty sure that's the oldest one I technically have.
Really?
Because I have a, like, 3DI. Wow.
3DO.
3DS XL.
You have a 2DS.
No, I have a 2DS and a 3DS. Because I got the 2DS and I was like, this is cool. But then it got uncomfortable in my hands. And I was like, I want a 3DS. And then I got a 3DS like that Christmas. Because I got the 2DS one Christmas. And then I got the 3DS the next Christmas. But yeah, I only keep my Wii U around because of, literally just because of Super Mario Galaxy. I love that game and I have so much nostalgia for it.
It's a Wii game.
Yeah, I know it's a Wii game, but it can play.
Stupid commie.
Stupid.
I think my dad played it, and then that was kind of it. I don't remember. I don't think I ever touched it.
I was watching a tutorial for one of the Wii homebrew applications, and homebrew is hacking, by the way.
Wow.
If you don't know that, homebrew as in you made it
Yeah,
yourself.
I know because I sat there and watched you flick around it for like literally hours.
But I watched this. So I was watching a video. I was like, okay, fuck, I don't know what's wrong. I couldn't get it to like boot. I was watching this video. It's this probably like 12-year-old kid, probably younger, and he turns on his Wii and he goes into like the Wii game player that you can play from like a hard. You can play all your Wii games from a hard drive instead of the disc. Mm-hmm. And the kid has like a custom background for it, and it's just like weed and like almost completely nude women. And the kid is like fucking. I bet you he was 10. And I was like, oh my god! Like if you like, oh mom, let's play a video game, or oh dad. want to play Super Mario Kart with me on my Wii? And he turns it on. It's just weed, and I think it was like some Snoop Dogg song playing.
That's so 2013.
Sure, Dad.
Oh god, I was like, oh my god.
That's just like, we're raising him right, Jill.
That's like me when I play Fallout 4. Like I don't get people's interest in like sex mods and like having
That's so funny to me. It's
naked
just,
nude mods.
just horny neckbeard guys. Just
The funny thing is
things.
I can't remember her name. I don't remember what it is, but she has this mod called CBBE, and it's her name, and then it's like beautiful body extender or something, and it's a girl, and she literally like the first mod, she fucking, it was like within the first week of Fallout 4 coming out, she fucking cranked out a nude mod, and I was like, how the fuck did you do that?
Genius.
It's pretty awesome.
And so I guess that's better than I don't want to be that guy, but I guess it's better than having a dude make it, because it's like, oh, you're modeling boobies.
If anything, they just take.
It would be very unrealistic.
The funniest mods for me is when they just take characters from the game and they just make them nude. It's like, God, you're so stupid.
There's my favorite one is the one where it fucks up when they talk. Their mouths get all fucking like massive. Oh god, I love that one.
I've never played Fallout 4 and I don't know anything about it and I don't really care about it.
I tried playing it one time and I just didn't. I'm not good at it.
It's funny because
I was ready to go.
Maddie was the one who wanted to get it before I even wanted to get it, and so she bought it for me for Christmas. Well, after Christmas, because that's when I got my PS4. And then she played like the first mission, and then I played the rest of the game. And I was like, wow!
You're in love with that game and Skyrim.
Yeah.
Plays it all the time. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know. I still don't know which one I like more. I've put in, I think, 365 hours into Skyrim. And that's just on my PC, not including my PS4 or PS3 version, which I have.
Or Switch.
I don't have it on Switch.
Oh, I thought you had a Switch.
No.
Oh.
I was thinking about it, and I was like,
The only time that I found Skyrim enjoyable was when
you
I
had
was
nude mods and stuff.
No, it was with my neighbor, and he was just like messing around with it and showing me the game, and then we went to this like one place where there was like a vampire, and then he killed the vampire, and then there was like this little machine nearby where it like chopped wood. It was like a buzzsaw, and I forced him to waste like an hour trying to get the vampire body onto the buzzsaw to see what would happen.
Yeah, and then it goes on and just
nothing. No, nothing happened.
Oh, you fuck!
You've
never seen? Oh fuck! There's videos on it on YouTube and shit.
No, because I saw that and I was like, I need to know what happens if you put the body on the buzzsaw, and nothing happened after wasting like an hour trying to put it on it. I was so mad.
I will explain, because I've actually done that before. I'll explain to you exactly what happens. So you put them on the log thing, and they'll move forward across, and it's this saw that goes up and down through the floor.
Yeah.
And they'll go through it, and then eventually their body will just like be force clipped through it, and they'll just get stuck in it, and it'll just fucking bring their body up and down, and they're
the
just
game
like
doesn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, because it's not. I mean, they don't have great physics. It's Skyrim. It's Bethesda. They're not. They're not. They're good at making games, just not good at making games. Spencer, 2020. They're good at making games. They're just not good at making games. No, they're good at making like a story for the game. They're just not good at making it. Stop.
Games are going so down in quality. Or I mean, like not in quality, but in like completeness. I mean, like
which games?
All games, because AAA companies are just getting so much more comfortable with releasing games that are just buggy to the core.
That's the thing I don't. Okay, I like Steam. I love Steam. I use it all the time. That's pretty much the only thing I use. Well, it's the only thing I play PC games on, except for like emulation. But I hate most early access games because they're unfinished. I don't like having to wait for the game to be finished if I already own it. I don't like owning a game and.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird.
Owned.
Like that's the thing I hate about Fortnite. Is it's like it's always in beta and
it's always in early access, which I don't really get. Like they could, I feel like
you could release it and feel like, oh, this is an add-on pack, or this is and not costing money. It's just this is the new, what is it? Chapter? Is it called Chapter 2?
Chapter 2. Yeah.
This is Chapter 2. It's the new update or whatever. But it's not.
At least it's all free instead of getting $60 season pass, which is what they had for The Battlefront 1, the original Star Wars Battlefront. Or not the original, but the EA one.
I need to stand.
You gonna stand?
No, I need to stand.
Okay.
You're stepping.
Yeah, we made her sit on the floor while we sit in chairs because we're men and she's a woman.
Here, we'll swap places.
No, I don't need. I don't want to sit down. It's my legs. Can I stretch out my legs, please?
No, you have to sit down.
You sit on the chair.
Okay.
Monkey.
Hold on.
I've been obsessed with monkeys recently. I don't know why.
Oh my
I'm sure
god!
you've noticed.
I need to tell you a quick work story.
What?
So, I was at work. Surprise, surprise. And I was doing the register, and I'm looking outside, and there's like two like monk people, walking into Muya.
I said monkey. What does that have to do with monkey?
Let me finish. And so you know when you say like, oh that's quirky or funny. I was like, look,
How quaint.
monkey people, and I was like, I didn't say anything out loud, but I thought about that in my head, and nobody was in the store, but I just fucking burst out laughing
Because of your own.
because of my own. I said like in my head I was like, oh look, monkey people, because I wasn't sure if they were monks, so I was like,
Why would they be called monkey people?
Like a monk-ish, like monkey.
like monk-ish. So I said monkey. I didn't say that, but I fucking burst out laughing. I run in the back room, and I go to my coworker, and I was like, I just saw two monks, and in my head I said monkey people, and she fucking lost it also.
It was
God, it
so
was funny.
stupid.
So
I just
stupid,
imagine
so
like they just
funny.
walk in, they just see you, and you just start laughing for
I think
no
they did
reason.
eventually. No, they just
like,
walked by again.
This guy's insane. Let's go pray.
Let's go pray. I think they were Asian, so. Not that they don't pray, but I meant like,
Welcome to racism.
Other monks. That
FM.
aren't, wait, are there monks?
Racism
Are there
FM.
monks that like aren't Asian?
yes.
I just don't.
Remember in like every Christian movie, there's always the monk.
Avatar.
Don't say they're a Christian
Avatar.
movie because of course they're not gonna be Asian.
Avatar. They had like the
You know the fucking dudes at the.
Southwestern Wind Monks.
It's literally
The
called like
South
a
Wind
monk
Monks.
haircut where they have like the
Southern Wind
just
Company.
like the top part of their hair missing, like in the back, like right here.
Yeah,
Friars? Like
a
friars?
friar, like a friar.
Yeah, but they're called monks.
Okay.
For some reason, I was actually recently thinking about friars because I saw
Deep.
I saw Ninja, and then I just like this streamer, and I just imagined him with friar hair. Friar Blevins.
No. Does he even play
And
Fortnite
I cracked
anymore?
up because I just imagined that, and I thought it would be so funny.
Is he still like? I know he's not only Fortnite, but does he still play Fortnite?
Yeah. He just streams on Mixer now. We hit an hour, or at least in our time, because we're probably going to cut.
Oh my god!
I hope you...
Look what email I just got.
Twitch.
I got an email from Twitch.
What is going on? Because you said something earlier that I was thinking about, and we just talked about friars, which I was thinking about like recently, which I never think about because nobody thinks about friars.
I wonder why.
We should bring back friarism.
Yes.
We should become friars, man. Old priests. Call me Saint Francis, baby.
The religion of cock and ball.
That is
Do you
funny.
want me to tell some weird work stories? At the
Wait, you have a
storage?
job?
Yeah, at the storage.
Oh yeah, the storage.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say at the store, and I was like,
No, at the
thanks.
storage.
I thought that was the actual cat.
Well, there was one time where there was like some like paper and like a sock on the floor. I was like, just outside. I was like, that's weird. Let me go pick that up. And
With
like I
the
get closer.
Hook thing.
Yeah, not with my bare
Garbage
hands.
picker
Not with my
upper.
bare hands. The garbage, like
Clamp.
clippy things.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let
I
me
made
go.
one of those out of Legos one time.
Nice.
It was sick.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, let me go pick that up real quick. And then I get closer, and somebody had like diarrhea or something, and then
Whoa.
wiped it with like paper towels and not like paper towels, paper like just like napkins or it's like tissues or something,
Oh.
and a sock, and just left it on the ground and tried to clean it up. And I was like, I have to throw this away right now because like I'm going to throw up.
Oh my god.
It was really bad.
Who poops in a
I
storage place?
don't know. It's gross. And some like people can be like.
Do like homeless people walk through there sometimes?
There is one lady who's like homeless there, but it wasn't near her thing at all, and I don't think she'd do that. She's weird and kind of rude, but she's not like that. Yeah, she's fucking weird though. And people leave the bathroom a mess. Like it's like be like super muddy, and I don't understand how they do that at all. But people are.
Do you get paid?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yes. My dad fucking hates it there.
Your dad hates it there?
Yeah. No, he hates that I work there.
Why?
Because Well, sometimes I don't do it because of whatever I'm doing
And
that
weather
day.
conditions.
Or yeah, well, weather's different. Or I have homework, but like homework's a different thing. And he'll get all like irritated and be like, "You need to get a real job." And like, why can't you talk to people? And I'm like, well, I've had this job since like sixth grade, and like I never had to have had to really talk to somebody. Like they were like maybe answer a few questions or whatever. So like you kind of put me in this situation where I'm already comfortable, and I kind of have like flexible hours, and like I don't talk to people, so like I can't talk to people, and I don't have those skills as a person.
Yeah, that's how my mom is like. She's like, you need to get a job now.
And then they like
That was really mean. Sorry, Mom.
Like, they like pressure me, and like my mom literally was like, "Oh, like you like next year you're gonna have like basically like 2 required classes, so like you need to get a job in the summer."
Yeah, but I think my mom is just like mad because she had to get a job when she was like 14. She was like,
people these days, they don't get jobs till they're like 30.
Yeah, my mom and my dad.
my dad's
both
like-
got jobs so young.
and the way that I think about it, the way my dad thinks about it is that maybe I should have a childhood. I don't know.
Yeah, like my
Enjoy
dad.
being 17.
Like my dad like hated being in his house and shit, but like I don't really like.
I
hate
wanted a job.
being in my house.
I don't know. I don't want to be the person who's like, I wanted a job so I could get money, but it's also like
It's like I get that, but I also just I don't want to work.
I only
in
wanted a
places
job
where
for
people are
money,
assholes.
anyways.
I mean, why else do you really get it? You don't get it. I mean, I hate everyone's fake excuse for why they got a job is for the job experience. So when I get older, I can get a good job.
Altruistic.
That's not why you got a
Unless it
fucking
has
job.
something to do
You
with
got
what
a
you
job.
want to do.
Because either your parents forced you to, or you
Or
needed to, or you needed to pay bills. It's mainly for money. Because my mom was like, you're getting your license, but that means you also need insurance. And so you need to pay for your insurance.
Oh,
And
really?
now
You have
I
to pay for
haven't-
your insurance.
You literally
Well,
told me that.
I have to pitch in because obviously
Oh.
working at minimum wage on weekends only isn't
Yeah.
going to pay for my insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of those weird kids that are exploring the weird side of YouTube and found this podcast and you're like under 15, if you get a job, don't spend all your money on stupid things.
Wow. This is profound.
I
I've
spent
never...
coming
a
from
shit
somebody
ton of
who
money
did
on like video games. And,
Well, yeah, you don't have anything else to spend it on.
And yeah, but like thing is actually, you know what? Fuck that.
Gotta get good credit.
Fuck what I just said. You know what? Fuck
What?
that. Do whatever the fuck you want with your money. If you're a kid,
That's fucking scary.
listen. Sorry, I unplugged the microphone by accident.
Because you had to pick it up to say a speech.
Anyways, if you're a kid, buy what you want while you can.
Because once the bills start coming in,
'Cause
once you get a woman,
Once
those fees go up.
once your parents start making you pay your own bills and you have to pay off your car and pay all these things,
No, what if I put your AirPods?
like-
Don't fucking buy me AirPods.
like
What
that's
if I did?
it's like
I'm gonna
just do what you want with your money while you have the
You
chance
need to
to.
spend that
Because
kind
when
of
you're
money
older,
on sex.
because I learned this from my sister, when you're older, there is like you can't do jack shit. Like you have to spend your money
Like, if
on
you're, like,
a part.
serious-
Shut the fuck up!
we're just talking to each other while he's like, because he took the mic.
You have to spend your money now
If you're
while you still
17 and you
can.
buy your girlfriend, like,
Okay.
like a giant necklace or some shit.
Oh.
That's fucking stupid.
I don't
Don't
like
do
that.
that.
I don't. I
Yeah,
can't.
don't do
First of all,
that.
I don't like jewelry.
I get why people
Don't look at me like
it.
that.
I'm sorry. What did you say? This?
I never have. I always thought. I don't know.
I'm not thinking probably these earrings off my cold dead body.
I don't like.
So stay on.
I don't like. I don't like piercings.
judge
I don't like
earrings.
rings. I don't like necklaces. None of that shit.
Are you shaming women for how they like to
Are you
look?
shaming me right now?
Oh my god!
I don't like on men or women. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that.
I had to get second earring piercings so I could wear these cool planet earrings, and then
And you haven't worn them.
I wear them. No, but then they started irritating the top ones because they haven't like fake healed correctly.
I wonder who like had the genius idea to stab a hole through their ear and then put something
Probably
in it.
indigenous people.
Indigenous.
Wow, that's racist, Sarah.
Indigenous? Wow.
That's not
Um,
native people.
but like how a lot of things started is kind of like a mystery, you know?
Yeah,
It's
like why did we start drinking milk?
probably because some starving guy saw like a baby cow drinking.
If
out of
you
it.
saw
butter.
a cow titty, would you not want to suck on it?
No, because they'd be like,
No.
wow, that cow has 4 penises, and it's also a woman.
A woman?
woman.
No, I
don't want to touch it. It's a woman.
I think all cows have udders.
No.
No, they don't. Or
That's
some.
just
some,
Minecraft. They have horns
Some
and
of
udders.
them. Some of them have udders. Ow, fuck it.
Because
Little
bulls. Think about it. Does a bull have udders? No.
Or like little nipples.
It's a giant penis.
Oh god, I just thought of a cow with like human boobs.
Someone drawn that.
Yeah,
That's for
we
sure.
can
Human
find that.
boobs. Yep.
Anyways.
Dang. We should still go for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, we should get boba. Or do you actually like boba?
I hate
Oh,
boba.
fuck.
Yeah, he
But
doesn't
you
like
can
boba.
get
I
it
hate
without
tea.
it.
Also, Sarah, it's 8
Oh,
o'clock.
you don't like tea? They close at 10, actually. So I went to get it earlier and they didn't open till 1.
I'm gonna speak the
like
hard truth.
12:30.
Boba sucks. Tea
Plug
sucks.
the microphone again.
They got
Whipped
sweet-
cream sucks. Marshmallow sucks.
Excuse me. I have to,
Yeah, that's right. I said it.
I'm kidding. I'm sitting
Sarah, I'm
down.
gonna need you to leave for a second.
Pepsi
Isaiah-
sucks.
Isaiah-
Coke sucks.
Remember the time you fell?
Sarah!
Ow, don't. Ow! Just,
You guys have any more topics?
one time.
Make sure to
Spencer
cut a lot of
farted
this
on
out,
me.
Spencer.
What?
Make sure to cut a lot of this out.
Yes.
I said one time Spencer farted on me in front of his whole family. Because he was sitting on my lap and I kept squeezing him and he said, "Don't squeeze me, I'll fart." So I did it again and he farted on me. And everyone was like,
fault.
everyone was like, "Sarah, I'm so sorry." And I just was laughing.
Because you're admitting that it was your fault.
I laughed.
I said,
so hard.
I told you before you even did it, too. I was like, don't squeeze me or I'll fart. And you're like, okay.
I did it again. I want to see what happened. And it happens. And I just laughed. I didn't feel bad. I just laughed.
Wait,
Okay,
Isaiah.
This evening.
Did you call the police?
Call the police?
Did you call the police?
Fuck,
Isaiah.
once or
The
twice.
police are here. Isaiah! God! We need to hide.
Yeah, you guys are done. You're
I'm-
not getting
I'm-
out of this.
I'm unplugging the computer.